Yeah, well, like what I've been saying, newcomers, please, you just have to not only watch Taro, yeah? Yeah, for sure. Tell you watch Taro nga bwalowooza. You just have to look for the leadership, and the leadership will try to guide you in whatever you have to do. You still see the government is still demanding you some money. The government says that according to the money you raised this year, you still have to pay some money. Yeah. So please, I'm asking the right person, because I know you do all these tax filing, things like those. Yeah. Please enlighten me more about that, because we may be doing it wrong or we may be doing it right. So please enlighten me more.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, so that's kind of my industry that I'm, I work in day out. Yeah. When I just wake up out of my bed, I'm thinking about taxes in the morning. So basically, that's my area. Yeah. So Canada has what we call a progressive tax system. Okay. Means the more you earn, the more you get taxed.
The more you earn,
the more you get taxed.
The more you taxed.
Yes. So we do have what we call tax brackets. So the first tax bracket is like from 0 to 55,000. Okay. So that's like 15%. Then from 55 to like 100,011. Then it goes to 20.5. It progresses up to 33%. That's the highest bracket. But there is what we call a catch. So when you have more than one job, the government of Canada provides what we call federal non-refundable credits. Okay. And these can be claimed once. So there is what we call a TD1 federal credit form.
A TD1
federal credit form. Yeah, so anyone who has more than one job, this is where the catch comes. So when you get the first job, you fill out what you call the TD1 federal federal non-refundable tax credits. You claim them. You are supposed to claim them once. But when you get the next job, then again you claim the same credits. Then you get the third job, then you claim the same credits. So that means you are claiming more credits than you are supposed to get.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where the catch comes. And that means they are going to deduct at the end of the year when you file your taxes. So basically, the catch with working more than a job is on the TD1 form. So it has to be filled out correctly.
Okay.
So basically, you cannot claim federal non-refundable credits from more than one employer.
Okay.
So when you work for more than one employer, so you get the first employer, claim those credits there.
Okay.
You tell the second employer or the third one or the fourth one, whoever it is, that I already have a job, so I don't want to claim any credits here. What that makes is they'll kind of take more taxes on you as they pay you.
Okay.
But at the end of the year, you don't have to owe taxes to the government. Yeah, because like I said, the Canadian system is a progressive tax-based system. Yeah. The more you earn, the more money they take
from you.
Exactly.
So according to because for you know this very well.
Yeah.
What do you encourage people doing 2 jobs? Doing 3 jobs? I mean, working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Is there anything you can tell them? I mean, is there anything you can say that, hey, look, so if you're doing this job and you want to switch into another job, you have to tell your employer this and this, at least do this and this? Is there anything?
Yes. So with that, with the TD1 form, the first employer, when you go fill it out, you just fill it out and claim those credits there. When you go to the second employer, or the third one, when you still have the first employer, let them know that I already have a job. I don't want to claim credits here. So that means they will know exactly how to fill that for you, because you kind of don't understand how these forms work. They'll help you do that. So even the third employer, they'll do the same. And okay, then probably you come here and your brain is faster than anyone else, and you're like, I want to do business. Then what's my take? I don't know about TD1 forms. Great. If you're self-employed, so you're sole proprietor, you don't need a TD1 job. That's for employees. You are going to pay your taxes when you file at the end of the year. But the thing is, after filing the first year, if your threshold of taxes payable exceeds $3,000, then you have to pay what we call installments. Because I have a friend who does moving, and he makes tons of money, or some money. So you have to pay quarterly installments. So that's the way self-employment goes. Or you may say, okay, I'm in construction, now I want to do subcontracting. You are going to also become self-employed, or you're going to become a sole proprietor. So then you are going to look at paying installments. You don't follow the TD1 form kind of thing. So yes, then at the end of the year, again, when you file your taxes, then whatever difference is there, then you deal with it that time. Just to go back, I said I worked at the blueberry farm. Then I did construction. Then I went into bookkeeping. But then you brought about the working two jobs. I also worked at Costco at some time. So that means by then I had two jobs. I worked at the bookkeeping place, and
at the same time, you work in the blueberry?
No. The blueberry, I worked there as one job. Then at the construction place, I worked there as just a single job. But then when I worked at the as a bookkeeper for the construction and mining place, then I worked at Costco at some time. Then actually, I also worked with H&R Block. It's
I know this company.
It's a place I think that gave me the motivation to deal with taxes. When I did my first tax return, I owed tons of money. But the thing was, the person who did my return did it wrongly, or there was an error that they did, which I kind of knew there was an error, but I didn't know about taxes, but I kind of related with my own taxes. Then anyway, it was corrected, but the person that corrected it told me, actually, when you want to do taxes, he showed me a very big file, you have to study this. And I'm like, oh, that's a motivation. I can do that. So I went to tax school with H&R Block way back. Then I worked with them for a period of probably, I worked for them because they kind of take you on part-time. After tax season, they lay you off. Then again, next tax season, they get you back. I worked for them for 2 seasons. Then I was like, nope.
Let me do my own.
Then I entered into accounting school. Then it wasn't, it didn't work out for me. I couldn't continue with that.
So if someone wants you to file their taxes, are they supposed to come to Abbotsford, or you can do it online? How do you do it?
That's one of the beauty of the job that we do. I can even be down in Hawaii, in the US. I get everything from someone. I file it when I'm... Anyway, so when I'm in Abbotsford, I can file someone's taxes who is in Ontario, who is in Manitoba. So you don't need to come out to me. But some people want to relate with you. So yes, I am open. I go meet people. I like relating with people. I meet people and we make those connections. Then but then the meeting doesn't need to happen. But
so our viewers around British Columbia, our president filed taxes. You don't need to meet him, Or you may decide to meet him at his office if you feel like you want to meet him. But as he said, you can still talk with him online, WhatsApp him, call him. He can help you on that. Don't go to HR Brock where he was doing his other jobs over there, because they also do the same job as he does. And they may charge you more money than him. So I encourage you to meet him, talk with him, see what he can help you, because he knows you are our people, and he can look into you and he's like, oh, you're not doing anything, so what's Uganda? So going back to the community thing, like I told you, we will be switching to the community, we're switching to the job.
Yes.
Yeah, I just need us to take a little hint on everything.
Yes.
Yeah, so is there any proper channel of people registering, like newcomers coming to British Columbia? Have you tried to lay a strategy for these people to register so that your office knows these people?
Yeah, so that has been a challenge, but we want to lay it out that when people come out in different shelters, we have all these structures.
Yeah.
The way it has been, or it is, other people that are already there and already know us, or they know there is some leadership in place.
Yeah.
They usually, reach out and say, hey, someone came in and, he's very new. Please add him to the group. Please, take his details, so that you know that he's around. Yeah, so we are trying to make this one even more formal.
Yeah.
So that people feel there is a community that they come to, and it directs them to whichever services that they might need. Yeah, we want to make sure that the community and leadership is service based, that people get whichever services, and we don't want to drive something that people maybe asked money.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want this, you get this. No.
Yeah.
If, for example, you are looking for a place to stay, and I know Mike knows a room maybe in Surrey or in Barnaby, then I'll say, hey, my brother said, he has this and that. Please, you just contact him, and we want to make those processes more easy, because when I'm in Abbotsford, I really don't know what's happening in New West. I don't know what's happening in North Van.
Yeah.
But the other person who goes and commutes there, the one who stays there, knows exactly what's... Yeah, so when we make those connections, it's just kind of a globe.
I understand.
Yeah, so then those opportunities will come even closer to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would also like to enlighten more about that. Any newcomer coming here, you just have to know you are Ugandan. You're not a Kenyan, you're not a Tanzanian, you're not a Nigerian. Because if they tell you that a Ugandan community has got a leadership here, just come, reach out to the community leadership. They will help you in many things. They may not help you in giving out money, because they also don't have money, but at least they can tell you, do this, have this, or if you want to go to the shelter, that this is the available shelter. If you want to get a job, they may not help you to get a job, but at least they can show you that, you know what, you can try this and this, you can go study this course and this course, get a certificate, maybe you can get a job. But if you sit back and relax and say, I'm not so interested into joining or talking to other Ugandan people, it's up to you. You're just sitting on to your chances, because it's us who know what you're gonna do.
Yes.
It's them who will tell us to tell you what you can do. So if you cannot go direct to them and you go into another person, you may find that person telling you some other things very, very different from what he tells those people. So please feel free. If they tell you we have a leadership, just look out to them.
Yeah,
it may not be the president.
Yeah.
Another person may be there. The secretary, the vice president is there. So please.
Yeah, basically the country has structures to help new immigrants.
Yeah.
That the main objective is to direct people to all these structures and access them and be able to get all the help that you want. For example, free food, and you say that you came to Canada, but you've not eaten for for a month, oh man, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
There are so many different places that offer free food, and you say, okay, I was sleeping on the street. We have, my brother Mike talked about shelters. The government offers accommodations through what they call shelters.
Yeah.
Maybe you may come and other Ugandans don't have, you know, that extra space to kind of take you in right away. But the government has something that you may access. So those are what we call shelters.
Yeah.
So our main aim is not to give you, okay, you've landed, get $1,000. No, but to make sure you access those structures to be able to succeed.
Our viewers will just forgive us for the sound in the background. There is a train passing here heading to the United States.
Yeah.
So the sound you can hear in our background is for this train. It's a very long train.
Yeah.
It's heading to the United States, and I think you just bear with us. Just forgive us for the sound. I hope our voices are coming out loud.
Clearly.
Yeah, loud and clear. So I think we're gonna have to wait for it to go because it's so long. We cannot continue talking. Can you please enlighten those people things concerning with a shelter, because we may talk about a shelter, someone not knowing what a shelter is. Please try to tell them, enlighten them about a shelter.
Okay.
No, don't come here, the camera will pick you.
The government of Canada provides new immigrants with accommodation.
Yeah.
The accommodation is kind of a dormitory. So it has kind of a dormitory setting, and some of them, they even provide meals. Then others, the meals may be provided outside. But then these shelters also help you process your first documentation. Like when you come here and then you want to probably seek asylum or something like that, then that's a first start that you may want to, you know, take. So it's free. Even when you come to myself and then you say, Mr. Nsubuga charged me $50 to direct me to a shelter. No, these places are free. They are paid by my tax dollars. I pay tax in Canada. Everyone who works in Canada pays tax. So I will say my tax dollars.
Yeah.
Anyone else's tax dollars, anyone who is working, their money is taken off. It pays for all these facilities. So they are free to you to use, and they but it has a limitation. So that's the place that you start, and then you start to know your surrounding, right? You know, okay, after I get out of this shelter, which place can I go rent? How much do I pay for my rental? Where do I buy food? Which place can I work? So basically it just gives you that first step. Then you leap out into Canada and go into that next, you know, place that you want to work in, because in that place you'll get your SIN number that helps you, you know, now start working in Canada. Then you process your documentation just in case, you know, it's not yet done. Yeah, but it's all free. No one should you know, kind of charge you any money to direct you to a shelter or something. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, and please, can you tell some people, you know, we got people, they sometimes they get lucky, come into a shelter, and they want to stay in a shelter for over 2 years, 1 year, you know. I mean, it's not nice if you come to a shelter. I mean, this is just for us, we Ugandans. If you go to a shelter and you happen to get a job, for me, I think you should leave the shelter. Just create space for some other people to come. Don't let the people within the shelter, the management, to say, hey, this person is not going away. I don't know why, you know. You just have to let that space for someone else to use it. Let them not say that Ugandans are like this and this. So that will also give our leadership a very proper hand to help you, because they may start going to the shelters asking to know who are the new Ugandans in here. We would like to register them. Are you new? Yes. When did you come? This and this. It's very easy for them to do it. We cannot do it, but for them it's very easy. But if you fail to leave the shelter over and over, like let's say 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 1 year, you're still in a shelter, but other people are coming and leaving, and the government is paying you. You're staying in the shelter. You have a job. That's not good. Some people even buy cars, you know. Some people get cars and still stay in the shelters.
Yeah.
Please, that's not good. Can you talk about the credit? Because some newcomers here come, when they tell them that you can get a credit, they just want to run up to get the credit so that they can be using that money. So at least you can advise them about that money.
Yeah, so basically accessing credit maybe through a credit card or a line of credit. So in Uganda, when you, for example, want to buy a house or you want to buy something, they ask you for omusingo, a loan, or in HR, security like kind of. So in Canada, you build what we call your credit score.
Yeah.
So they give you a credit facility like a credit card, they give you a line of credit, and they want you to build your credit score. So when you reach a certain, for example, if you want to buy a car, if you want to buy a house, then they are going to look at your credit score. It's your credibility. They see, did you pay like your credit on time? Were you paying up your credit card? Like, has it gone, unpaid for a longer time? So when you just use a credit card when you really need it, or my advice would be, the thing is, use it to build your credit score. For example, if you have in your checking account like $1,000, use your credit card to buy food and buy all these things, but then get from your checking and pay it up. So all that is going to be building your credit score. So by the time you want to buy that big thing, then they will be more than happy to give you, like $40,000, $100,000 as a mortgage or as a loan for something, because you've kind of built it over time. But when you use it and then you don't pay up, then you kind of damage your credit score. So
yeah, and to add on that, I don't know if I'm having another view about that.
Yeah.
But for me, I would like to encourage them, if you to get a credit card, get a job first.
Yeah.
If you get a job, then that means you will be able to facilitate or to pay this credit
card. Yeah.
But you cannot go direct into getting a credit card without a job. How will you be able to pay off this credit? So, I mean, you have to be having a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is nice having you.
Thank you so much.
And are there some last words you would like to tell our people out there, how you would like to encourage them, maybe newcomers or the people within our community? Can you send them a message, please?
Thank you so much, Mike. Yeah, the people of British Columbia, the Ugandans in BC, I would want to send a message that we want to rebuild our walls, we want to rebuild our bases, we want to rebuild trust within us, that we might be able to build a very strong community that our kids will have to enjoy in the future. Those that do not have kids here, yeah, when your kids come here, they will get the benefits of that community when it's here. And we want to build relationships with other Ugandan community in Canada as well, like the Ontario community, the Quebec community, maybe the prairies like Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta. So we want to be a family. When we make all these relationships, we've had distrust among ourselves for a very long time, but we want to walk the talk that, you know, we always talk about, that we talk about the good, but we do the opposite. But we want to start doing that, but we are going to do this together. It's not the leadership that's only going to do it. We are going to do this together, and we call upon all the Ugandans in BC. Come out, let's do this. Bring your skills on table. Let's have this cohesion, and we shall make it as a community. We shall prosper.
I'm sorry, but you talked about skills.
Yes.
Tell people with skills back home they are wishing to come here. Try to encourage them that still your skills can work here, but you have to pass through a process, but still they can work here. Because some of them may come and, like I said, a doctor ending up not doing her job or his job as a doctor.
Yeah.
And they end up doing some other things into construction, into working in a restaurant. So please encourage them about that, because for you got a chance and you saw it all. Yeah. You came as a person working in accounting, but still here, you got the same job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you come as a surgeon, as a doctor, as any profession, unfortunately, you may not do the same thing right away in Canada, because any country wants to protect its own credentials. It wants to protect its own education. So basically, you will have to come and get certified in Canada. Even if you've been a doctor for 20 years, you know, even if you're coming from the UK, you're coming from Australia, you may have a simpler path to getting into the, you know, the Canadian stream, but you have to get still that get certified, because no one wants their own programs to be, you know, trashed by some other path out there. So you come and you take that path, you'll get to wherever you want. Then talking to that one, you'll say, oh, I dropped off the cliff in senior 2. I've never, you know, gone to school after that. I've been in Uganda as a welder. I've been, I'm a carpenter. You know, I'm an electrician. Yes, the opportunities are wide open for you.
Yeah.
There is what we call being a red seal in the technical skill area. So when you get here, actually, the government of British Columbia offers free education in the skilled trade industry. That's mechanics. If you want to be an auto, like a mechanic for the planes, if you want to be a heavy duty, you know, machine operator, if you want to be a welder, a carpenter,
structural engineer,
there is free education, and then you even get some, you know, credits for that as you study. So don't lose hope. Come, but then you have to get yourself in the stream, get that red certificate. You'll make a fortune in that. You'll make a living in that. It's wide open and good.
Well, that is so good. We are delighted that at least we can get this information from you.
You're most welcome, Mike.
For sure, some people don't know this information.
You're welcome.
But at least that is really so nice.
Thank you.
I hope people pick up this information. And
so, Mr. President,
there
is something we forgot to talk about.
Okay.
Can you talk about the kids, like child support, people coming here with kids? Some people think that when they come with kids here, they will get funds from the government. How does it work?
Yes. So that area is Canada Child Benefits. So when you have a child between 0 and 16 years of age, they qualify for what is called CCB, Canada Child Benefits. And that amount, you get more when the child is between 0 and 5. Then you get less as they progress more, because from 0 to 5, it's basically daycare. From 5 years old, then they get into what we call kindergarten. So that means it's a government, free education. So then the funds you are given are lesser. So yeah, but it's not really that you get free money, because even looking after the kids itself is an expensive thing. Yeah. So you look at it as a subsidy. Basically, they subsidize you, offering your kids clothes, giving them food, probably toys. Yes, it's not just, but the money itself is non-taxable. But yes, you get CCB for your kids from 0. That means the ones that are just born to those that are 16 years of age when they are going into college or university. Then they stop getting then you stop getting CCB from the government.
So that means, do they have a proper age bracket? They stop paying this money?
Yes, so the year that your kid hits 16 years of age, then you will stop getting this money. And then this money also goes with what we call family income. So every year when you file your taxes, they kind of assess your family income. That's for the wife and the husband. Then they kind of gauge this money and cut it down as per that.
Okay, so
yeah,
so that means when I come, this works with someone who has got kids here, or it can also work with someone who brings their kids from back home to here. How does it work?
Yes, it works with your kids, but when they are in Canada. For example, your kids, when they are still in Uganda, but you take care of their education, their what we call basic needs, that's not considered. So no one will give you any child care benefits. But when those kids come over to Canada and they are under your care, then that means they'll get this child care benefits from the government. So basically how it works is, it's so simple. When they come over here, then the parent applies for this subsidy, this child care benefits through the Canada Revenue Agency by providing their documentation. For example, if you get a baby in Canada, then you just you have to give them their birth certificates through. You have to open up your own portal, which is called the My CRA account. Then you give them the birth certificate for the child. Okay, then if the kids come over like from Uganda and they come here, then you have to give in their documentation after arrival. That means you submit their their visa documentation, their passport. Then they get into the system. So then they start sending you this money. Is paid monthly, every 20th of every month. Everyone who has kids 16 and below, they get this money, and it's non-taxable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's so good. And so if you've got kids, you want to bring your kids here, just know at least you can get something from the government.
Yes.
Yeah. So does the government look through how much money you get per month to give you this, or they don't care how much you do?
So basically, so that goes back to the family income, that whenever you file your taxes, they gauge how much you earned last year. So then they gauge on what to give you the next year. So it kind of goes that way. So every time they assess, but then there is a minimum amount that even if someone is a millionaire but then they have kids, they still get this money, but they might get lesser than someone who is an average family person but with the same age bracket kids. So but they still get the money because it's government funds for kids. So yeah, they'll get it.
Yeah, I hope that is understandable. Even if you have kids, you can still bring your. And how is it easy to bring the kids here?
So as long as you have permanent residency, as long as you have citizenship, you are able to apply for your kids, your parents, and your grandparents. They have what they call special immigration paths that are given to them. If you have like siblings, that's brothers, sisters, those do not qualify for any special, path. And then the other thing is that this money helps you subsidizes child care. Child care in Canada is quite expensive. Child care means if I need to go to work, where do I leave my child that is not yet in in school? Because school is free, that's elementary and high school, but then university, you have to pay for university. Here it's not free. But then like the child that's not yet in in elementary, then you have to take them to a daycare. So the government gives you money to subsidize you, and usually actually this money does not pay up everything that you have to, that the child care needs. So that means you will have to top up. So you top up from the salary that you get. So that means you have to work, then you add on this child care benefits, and then you pay the child care facility to look after your child that's not yet in elementary school.
Wow, that's so good. So I think that information will be useful for you guys, someone who would wish to come with a family, or someone with a family within Canada. So I hope the information from the president is really nice, and it's good because for him, he's here with his family, and
3 kids.
3 kids. As you can see, those kids are behind here. Problematic kids. You can see them. So I mean, it's so good. You can reach out to him if you need more information about that, because this is just something small we reminded, and we decided to talk about it. So you can still reach out to him if you want to do something, even if you want to bring in your family and you don't know how to do it. Still you can talk to him, and he can advise you in how you can do it, because if someone has no kids, can never advise you about bringing in kids here. So it's better you get the information, or you get this advice from someone who has got a family here already. So our president will do that for you guys.
And the school system goes by catchment. So wherever you stay, that is your catchment, because school here is free from elementary. That's like from kindergarten or nursery to senior. It would be like to senior 6, but here they are grades. So it goes by catchment. So for example, every community or small place is a catchment, and there is a school that is attached to it. There is another school that is attached to the other. So your child will be attached to the school just close to you. So those are the catchments, and it will be free. So you register them there, and then they enroll in that school. Then there will be another catchment for middle school. Then there will be another catchment for high school. So that's how it goes. You just have to register, but it goes by, then you would say, okay, I don't like the school which is close to me. I like the one which is far away. So that one goes by the people in the catchment of that school are the first priority. Then your child will be the next priority. So there is what they call waiting lists. So, and then you might be in outside of the country, and you say, oh, I want to take my school to go for school in Canada. Those go to private schools. Usually they don't go to the public schools where other kids go as with free education. So for example, there are schools that are affiliated to like churches. There are schools that are just international for international kids. So your child can still come to Canada in elementary, but have the international education through that path, but then they won't go to these other schools for which have community catchments that take on the local kids.
this is one of the best thing, having a leader who at least knows each and everything we may need, because at least he told us about the job industry, he told us about the housing, he has told us about having kids here and how you can get those benefits and everything. So
Taxes.
the taxes, yeah, he told us about the taxes. I mean, I think at least we got someone who is really into what we need. So guys, just like I told you, he's here for us. He's always here, he's always available. You can get his numbers, you can reach out to him. You need to file taxes, you need to ask something, just reach out to him in his box. He will be able to help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
We are delighted that at least we can get this information from you.
You're most welcome, Mike.
For sure, some people don't know this information.
You're welcome.
But at least that is really so nice.
Thank you.
I hope people pick up this information. And well, I think this is gonna be our end. And I request everyone out there, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, Puzzle Media, please feel free, subscribe. And if you feel like this content is useful for you, share, like, and let other people know. Let this information go wide away, not just in Uganda. You can share this information to our African brothers and sisters from Nigeria, Ghana, and everywhere. So this is the reason why we have Puzzle Media. We try to make sure that we bring this information just right where you are. We put this in front of you. Canada is a buffet. It's up to you. It's you to choose what you wanna eat. You wanna eat beans, you're gonna eat those beans. You wanna eat a hamburger, you're gonna eat that hamburger. If it's a pizza, you will eat that pizza. I know you understand the context I'm trying to talk this into. So feel free. Ciao, ciao. Till next time. Bye, bye.